What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinematic Boys podcast. Of course, today I got my co-host Bilal back in the building. How you doing, Bilal?
Good, you?
I'm doing good. Of course, if you guys are looking, Sammy is not here today. He had some weather issues, so he couldn't join us. But for this episode, I got a part of our main topic from him. But before we get into the episode, we got two special guests on today. First, we got a first-time guest appearer, Craig. What's up, Craig? How you doing?
Great. It is freezing cold where I'm currently at, but excited to be a first time guest.
Let everybody know what your social medias are and where they can find you.
On everything, it's the same. It's the same name, craigjr97 on Letterboxd, on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. It's all nerd everything.
Okay. And for our other guest, we have a returning guest for his third episode of the Cinematic Boys podcast. We got Branden back. What's up, Branden? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And how are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. Besides, like Craig said, really cold, but I'm doing great.
Yeah, like I told you guys like before we went on, it's cold here by my standards, but it's a lot warmer compared to where you guys are.
But let's get into our episode today. So, if you guys were listening to last week's episode of our top 10 movies of the year, before Bilal just decided to get off the episode and leave me, Sammy, behind, this week's episode is going to be our top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So, I think this year's going to be a lot of good movies this year, it's looking like. It's not going to be the best year. I think we're probably going to get that next year for 2026. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty good year. But let's get into what we have watched this week. Let's go, Craig. What have you watched this week?
The only thing that I've watched this week, I've been lacking the past couple of weeks, but the only thing I've watched is Palm Springs. I saw that. I watched that last night. That was pretty funny. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. Has anyone else seen Palm Springs?
I've seen Palm Springs. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's
so good.
Yeah, it's really funny. It has.
I know why you watched it.
Yeah,
but I'll let you say it.
Oh, because wifey Kristen Milotti is in it.
Yes.
Yes, and it's basically it's Groundhog's Day, but it's a comedy movie, and it also has J.K. Simmons in it. But I mostly this week I've been reading a lot of comic books, so I haven't had time to watch a lot of stuff.
Who's that directed by?
Max Bear. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Barbakow.
Let me see. Max Barbakow is how I would assume it was pronounced.
Yeah.
And that's on Hulu, right?
Yeah. He
okay.
also did.
I definitely have to check that out. What else did he direct?
Brothers. That was also a comedy movie that came out last year with Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. But
Good
Branden,
movie.
what have you watched this week, Branden?
This week, I've had a slow start to the year because I had so much I had to watch at the end of 2024, so I've kind of been taking a break. But this week, I watched 2 early screeners I got. I don't know if you guys also got them, but I watched The Last Showgirl and Extremely Unique Dynamic. Both were decent. I didn't love them. They had good things about them. The other night, I rewatched Challengers for the first time since I watched it last year, and I love Challengers. That is a fantastic movie. It was in my top 10 last year. And last night, I went to go see Better Man, that musical biopic about Robbie Williams, where he's played by a CGI chimpanzee.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that? Because I kind of want to get more people's thoughts about that movie, just in case if I do.
It was really good. If I'm being honest, I had a really good time with it. I was the only person in the theater too. And it's crazy because I've talked about this in the past. I have not ever seen a movie in a completely empty theater ever until last year. And it's happened 4 times in the last calendar year. And funnily enough, one of those movies that I saw last year that I was totally alone for was Transformers 1.
What the heck?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It was like no one else wanted to go see Transformers. Okay.
I've only. Oh, you can go, Craig.
Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
I think I've only seen one movie, technically 2, because the people got kicked out of my theater because they didn't have a ticket. So I saw the 2021 Candyman by myself, which I actually really enjoyed that movie. Then I watched the Suicide Squad by myself.
Those people were lucky because the new Candyman sucks.
I need to rewatch it, but I don't remember it being that bad.
It's not good. I did not like that movie at all. The original Candyman's so much better.
But I think that the only movie I saw last year that was like completely empty was Drive Away Dolls.
That makes sense. There were actually people when I saw Drive Away Dolls, amazingly, because I didn't think there would be.
Yeah, I thought there wouldn't be either. I think there was like 1 or 2 people in my theater when I went to go see that. But Bilal, what have you watched this week?
Dentist 1 and 2, and well, I told you this before. Train to Busan. That's it.
Okay.
Have you noticed he's been looking at his phone the whole time we've been on?
Yeah, I was about to say, Bilal, you've been too quiet.
I'm just looking at my list, bro. I'm just getting ready, fam. All right.
So what I have watched this week is one. I am very surprised because I am onto more watching movies this year than I was last year. So last year in January, I only got 10 movies watched that month. So far, I'm up to 7. So I'm trying to get into like watching more movies. Like one where I'm on the horror side of TikTok now, like watching more horror movies. But I'm still trying to take off my watch list of like just regular movies also. So the 3 movies I watched this week was American Psycho. I watched for the first time. I really love American Psycho. That movie is really good. Then I watched 30 Days a Night. Hot take, that's my favorite vampire movie of all time.
Ooh.
Okay.
Then, of course, I watched Den of Thieves 1, which will be last week's Cinematic Boys Reviews episode, so definitely go check that out if you guys haven't yet. But let's get into our main topic of the episode. Like I was saying, it's the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So, of course, we got us 4, but I got a Sammy's list of his 15. So I will mention his list after we go. So, Branden, it's kind of like how we did last time, and where you're new here, Craig. So we're gonna go 10. So we're gonna go.
Gone.
Craig.
Oh, sorry, I had to unplug. I didn't know if y'all could hear that, but I just had to unplug my heater.
No, it was just because you got up. I was like, oh, he's leaving.
So how we're going to do this is kind of like the way we done it, Branden. It's like Craig's going to go, you're going to go, Bilal, me, then I'm going to do Sammy. So it's like 15, we do that, then we start over and we do it like that way.
Yeah.
So let's start with our 5 honorable mentions. So let's start with our number 15. So Craig, what's your number 15?
Okay. Number 15 is the Christy Martin biopic. It's a boxing biopic with Sydney Sweeney playing the legendary boxer Christy Martin. And I don't know too much about it, but I saw pictures of her on set and she looks buff as hell. And I'm not really fond of a lot of Sydney Sweeney's films just because to me she just seems like a pretty face and she just does a lot of the same performances, like the vulnerable, emotional white girl that cries all the time. And hopefully this movie will change my mind about her.
Who's the studio that's doing that? Is it A24 that's doing that?
I believe so. Martin. The production company is Anonymous Content.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't think this one is run by A24.
Okay. But it sounds like it's going to be independent, though. So,
yeah.
So, Brandon, what is your number 15?
Honestly, like I thought we would just run through these like quickly, but I mean, if you want me to go one by one, I can. I don't really have any of these in particular order, but the first one that I wrote down is the Monkey. The new movie from Osgood Perkins, the director of Longlegs, based off a Stephen King book. I loved Longlegs. I know a lot of people kind of soured on it over time, but I'm looking forward to it.
Bilal, what's your number 15?
My number 15 could be controversial, but it's a live action How to Train Your Dragon. I honestly think it looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna be a good adaptation of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I hope so. I also read like basic teams and Black Phones. I'm excited to see what he does in this role. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks cool. Yeah, that's coming number 15.
So my number 15 is Tron Ares. Okay, this is it. I don't like Jared Leto. I think he's a horrible person. But it's Tron, though. And I love Tron Legacy. So that's why it's lower on the list. It's just because it's Jared Leto. And we only got like one pick of the movie. We haven't got like a full scale of what this movie's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
But for Sammy's 15, he had... it's a new Spike Lee film. It's called Highest to Lowest. I haven't heard of this movie before.
Oh, is it High and Low? Isn't that
I think so.
It's a remake of a Kurosawa movie. I think Denzel's in it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah. I heard about that, but yeah, I saw an on-set picture of him like getting out of a car. Women were like going crazy.
So, Craig, what's your number 14?
14 is the Conjuring Last Rites. Now, I still haven't seen The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I've only seen like parts of it, but Brandon, have you seen the last Conjuring?
Yeah, the Devil Made Me Do It. I have.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I haven't seen it yet, but what did you personally think? Because I heard a lot of people didn't really like it.
I think it's good. It's definitely not like great or anything. It's definitely the weakest Conjuring movie, no doubt. But I think it's good for what it is. It's not the worst Conjuring movie, like in that universe. I mean.
So for me, I've seen all three, and like Brian, it has some good moments in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of hold the other two to a higher standard because James Wan is like my favorite horror director of all time. And he's just done a really good job with those two movies. Craig, did you ever see The Curse of La Llorona?
No.
So I think it's that director. It might be that director. I know he directs The Devil Made Me Do It, but he's also directing this new one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to get around to finally watching the third Conjuring before I watch this one, just to see for myself how it compares to the previous two. But I think the second one is so far. The second one's been my favorite. I just can't. I just hope that this one is the last one and is better than the previous one, from what I've heard.
So this is the last Conjuring movie, like in the main series, but they're going to still do all the universe stuff. So I don't know what they're going to do with that universe after doing this, because technically this is what carries this universe, I think, is these Conjuring movies. Like some of the Annabelles I think are good, like what I've heard people say, but like the other spinoffs I've heard are not that great at all.
Yeah, the only other spinoff I've seen is Annabelle Comes Home, and that movie is terrible.
So, Brandon, what is your number 14?
Okay, I guess this will be my 14. It's a movie that I don't think is necessary, but it's a sequel to one of my favorite comedies of all time, and that's Happy Gilmore 2. I have described myself as a Sandler apologist. I love Adam Sandler. He's made a lot of bad movies, but that's mostly his recent ones. But his early movies, like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and Big Daddy, are they great movies? No, but I love them. So I'm curious to see how this one turns out, because, as I said, I don't think it's necessary at all, but it's a Netflix original, I think, and it's gonna do numbers. So,
Yeah.
Bilal, what's your number 14?
My number 14 overall pick is Paddington in Peru, because the first two Paddington movies are great family movies. The second one made me cry like a bitch, so I'm excited to see the third one in February.
So my number 14 is a Ballerina,
mm-hmm.
the John Wick spinoff. So I would put this higher, but what like the news has been going on the past year is like Chad Stahelski saw this movie and he didn't like that well, and Lionsgate didn't think it was up to par, like the way he done with the John Wick. So they're like, oh yeah, go in there, fix probably what the other director done wrong. So I don't know if this is going to be as good as John Wick, or if it's just going to be kind of like a Morbius or a Craven, kind of, not to put like it with those movies, but you know how they had to go back in there and do the whole bunch of reshoots and everything, and like mess, especially Morbius, and then just mess that whole entire movie up. I'm just hoping that it don't do that with this.
Okay.
So Sammy's number 14 is going to be, I don't know if this is going to be released in 2025 or 2026, but it's the new PTA movie with Leo.
I think the rumors are that's supposed to come out this year, but
okay. So Craig, what is your number 13?
13 is the Mother Mary. It's a A24 film with Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, she's one of my favorite actresses. I love her. And the premise is an epic pop melodrama following a fictional musician and her relationship with an iconic fashion designer.
okay.
And I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, I've only seen like a couple of posters of it, but I really want to see what that trailer looks like, because A24, like, they hardly miss, and I love Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
A24 missed a few times in 2024, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
with which films?
Here, you want me to get controversial?
Civil
War.
But
I heard the front.
I will invade your dreams and hunt you down, Brandon.
I love Civil War. But the one movie that they did let down, which I haven't watched, I heard is bad, is the
Front Room.
Was it the front room? The front
Yeah,
room. I heard the front room is not good.
I heard the front room was awful. I didn't even bother.
But
I heard
then
Maxine was disappointing too.
So I like Maxine.
I liked
but
Maxine.
I like
as good
Maxine.
as the other two.
Yeah.
It's disappointing because I wish it was like Pearl and X, because I hold those two to a high standard for A24 horror movies. And that one was just like, it didn't have the pizzazz or the feel of like those other two. Because
that's usually the case.
Because it looked like Ty West either wanted to continue, like he said he wanted to. He didn't know if he wanted to continue the like this franchise after this, or if he wanted to end it. So he just like kind of like splashed the two together. So you're kind of confused at the end of the movie. Like, are we gonna get a sequel, or is this just the ending of this movie?
Yeah.
That just seems like a big mess.
It's not a bad movie.
The ending, though, the ending is.
The ending is
terrible.
The ending is just, it's like, it's kind of predictable because you wanted it to go in another direction, but yeah.
But Bilal, what is your number? Branden, you already said you're 13, right?
I don't think so.
No,
okay,
yeah.
Branden.
13, I guess, for me is F1, the new Joseph Kosinski movie with Brad Pitt. Joseph Kosinski, same director as Top Gun Maverick, and that movie is as close to a masterpiece as a summer blockbuster can get. And if they shoot it and edit it like they did with Top Gun Maverick, but with F1, that could be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like.
I'm excited for that one. I just want to see more like footage and stuff, because I think that's going to be good. So, Bilal, what is your number 13?
Funny, I stole number 13 for Branden because my number 13 is also F1. I used to be a huge racing fan. I used to watch Formula 1 and NASCAR all the time. So, seeing the combination of some of my interests in one thing is going to be something really interesting. Plus, I'm excited to see the racing sequences, and Brad Pitt is always a great actor to see on screen. Even though this movie's gonna be on Apple TV, right? Or is it gonna be in theaters?
No, it's gonna be in theaters. It's gonna be on Apple TV.
Okay, thank God. So thank God I could experience this movie in theaters too. Okay, it's gonna be dope. Okay,
because they're gonna really push the IMAX scene in this one, like they did with Top Gun.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's my number 13.
So my number 13 is The Monkey. I really like Long Legs. And after seeing some of the footage for The Monkey, it's going to be brutal. I think Osgood Perkins is a really good horror movie director. And of course, I think this is his second film with Neon. And I think this cast is pretty stacked, and it's just going to be a good movie. But Sammy's number 13 is Zootopia 2.
Okay, that's a good pick because Zootopia is great. So
Zootopia is fantastic. I forgot I was coming out this year though.
Yeah, Zootopia that's a good pick. I forgot about that one.
That's a great pick though.
Craig, what is your number 12?
My number 12 is Novocaine. And at first I was just like, this just looks whatever. But the more I see the trailer, the more I'm kind of slightly like entertained by it. And Jack Quaid, really talented Nepo baby. And it just seems like it just looks like a lot of fun.
What was yours again? I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out for a second.
Novocaine.
Oh yeah, I just saw a preview for that last night. Like he can't feel pain or anything. Yeah, I was like, I'd never even heard of this, but I'll watch this.
Yeah,
it
looks like a lot of fun.
The thing that kind of makes me hyped for this movie is just Jack Quaid, because I think Jack Quaid is like one of those up and coming movie actors that you need to have your eye on. Even though his dad and mom is Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid, I think he could just make a name on his own without being attached to them too.
Also, Amber Midtoner's in there, and I love her performance of Prey, so it's going to be good to see her again on a big screen. Well, even though Prey was in theaters, but sucked. I wish it was, but
Prey should have been in theaters.
Is Kid Cudi going to be in that one?
Novocaine?
Yeah, is Kid Cudi in that one? I thought I saw him in the trailer.
I don't know.
Let me look up.
Not to my knowledge.
No, how do you spell this?
I'm just looking up Jack Quaid.
Novocaine. I'll find it.
No, it's Ned from Spider-Man. I got those two completely wrong.
Wow. Mixing up black dudes.
No, it's in that actor not Filipino though.
Oh, mixing up races.
That's the South coming out of him. Oh wait, you're Southern too, Craig.
Wow. Brandon, what is your number 12?
My number 12. I'll put this one at 12 because I made a last minute change. You'll see at 11, but 12 I'll say Ballerina because I love all the John Wick movies. I think they're all fantastic. So I'm curious to see, because one thing I think the John Wick movies do really well that no one really mentions is the world building. I think the world building in John Wick is fascinating. And so I'm curious to see how much further they take it. And this movie stars my wife, my number one wife, Ana de Armas.
Very proud.
What?
I said I'm very proud of you.
Yes, but it's about time she's in a good movie because she's been on a terrible run lately with movies like Deep Water and Blonde and The Gray Man. I'm like, she needs to be in a good movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Below, what is your number 12?
Thank you for reminding me of that, Brennan. I'm traumatized now.
What?
About ghost movies.
Oh yeah, those movies were all bad.
Yeah. My number 12 is actually speaking of Prey. The director of Prey is making Predator Badlands, and I'm a huge Predator fan, so I'm really hyped to check out this movie, and it's going to be in the theater, so it's going to be great to see some Predator action, and I do like the premise of this movie, and I'm excited to see what Elle Fanning does in this. All the reasons not higher is because we don't know too much about this film. I need to see a trailer to see how it is, but yeah, that's coming at number 11. I mean 12. Number 12, not 11, 12.
Okay, my number 12, just warning. This is very controversial. A lot of people don't like the studio. Bilar knows where I'm going to go right now. It's a sequel. Yeah, Bilar knows. It's Thanksgiving too.
I liked Thanksgiving. I really liked the first Thanksgiving.
I like the first Thanksgiving because it's like, of course we got slashers like Halloween, My Bloody Valentine, all this stuff, right, on holidays. And I think Thanksgiving is what really put Thanksgiving, like a slasher Thanksgiving movie, on the radar map. And I just can't wait to see what they could do with that.
Yeah.
And what's the chick from? Oh, excuse me. What's the chick from TikTok that's in that movie?
Oh, Addison
Rae.
Oh yeah. I was like, wow. So she's not terrible.
No, she wasn't bad in that movie.
Oh, and she's gonna be in this next one also.
Yeah, because she didn't die in the first one. She was in a really bad movie called He's All That, though. If you want to see her act bad, then watch that movie. It's terrible.
I've seen the best CGI in that on a TikTok video. I'm like,
it is so. That movie is a 1 out of 10. Just awful.
That's why I avoided it, because when I saw all of my mutuals review that movie, like especially after like Branden and like Real Takes trashed it, I was like, yeah, I I think I should stay away from this.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not worth your time. I've never met a person that likes that movie.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch that movie. That even the poster is not having any type of energy for the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So, Sammy's number 12 is Avatar: Fire and Ash.
All right.
Oh, I forgot that was coming out this year.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, I'm just like a little spoiler warning. That's not on my top 10 because I still haven't seen the second one yet.
I'm not the biggest Avatar fan, to be honest.
Avatar is good, but it's overrated.
And I think they
Avatar.
released the sequel too far away from the first one. I think a lot
That
of
was
the hype
13
was
years.
lost.
Man, I want James Cameron to have like different movies. I don't know, like
Because he's too busy. He's too busy roaming the bottom of the ocean.
I know, right? He's a good director. I just want to see something different, you know.
I was about to say the only two franchises he wants to do now is Avatar and Terminator.
Yeah, he's not gonna make any. He's gonna make Avatar till he's dead. So,
Yawn.
Not Brandon. Craig, what is your number 11?
My number 11 is the Smashing Machine. The Smashing Machine, and this is from A24. Now, we all can agree, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is mediocre. Mediocre.
That's putting it very lightly.
No. Okay, he's terrible. He's just horrible.
He's awful.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see his range in this film, considering it's a dramatic biopic, and Emily Blunt is also in this film as well. And I saw the picture of him like working out like on set in the ring, and he looks like a completely different person.
Yeah.
And also Ben Safdie is directing this, so that's another reason why I think it's going to be good. Because the Safdie brothers are pretty good.
Yeah.
Brian, what is your number 11?
Number 11, and looks like Ohio State's going to win Dakota. They just returned an 82-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
Oh, no.
So that was my last-minute change, and I'm pissed that it was right before. But, yeah, the 11 pick for me is also the Smashing Machine, because I just remembered that before we started recording. Because, yeah, like I said, I think The Rock is one of the worst actors working today, and the rebuttal I always hear from people is, "Oh, he gets people in seats though." It's like, yeah, that doesn't mean he's a good actor. He's terrible. So the fact that he's in a movie, from A24, it's a biopic, and it's directed by Benny Safdie, it looks like he can actually show off his acting chops here. So I really hope that he does, because I have never seen The Rock in a movie before and left saying, wow, The Rock was really good in that. Not once has that ever happened. So I'm hopeful.
To be honest, the only two movies I would like with The Rock in it. 3, but he's not fully in it. One's the Great Iron Gang. I love that movie. The football movie. I like that one. I like Fast 5. Then it's Furious 7. But of course, like I said, he's only in that movie for 5 minutes tops.
I like them in Pain and Gain.
He's been in good movies, but he's never given a good performance. He just plays himself in everything he's in. He's like Ryan Reynolds, plays himself.
So we're on Bilal. Bilal, what is your number 11?
My number 11 is an A24 joint. Dev a Unicorn, starring Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter. I said that.
Will Poulter?
Will. I'm just going to call him Will. Anyways, this movie looks really, really fun. The trailer makes me laugh so much. Such an interesting concept of concept of a unicorn, bringing chaos. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Can
So
they stop?
mine.
Go
What
ahead.
were you still gonna say? No, you can go.
Oh,
Chris.
can they stop making Jenna Ortega a teenager in her films? It's very weird, and yes, just stop it. Continue.
So
Not
my
wrong.
number 11 is a movie that has been on my radar now for the past couple of months because our great friend, according to Seth, has seen this movie early, with some of the horror talk community, and that is Companion.
I had a feeling.
This movie, it looks so. I accidentally watched the trailer, the newest trailer, which I wish I didn't. But
Yeah.
I was talking to some of the people. They said even though that trailer shows like the plot of the movie, there's more surprises in that movie than we think there is. That's just like the main concept, but there's so many surprises in that movie that you would not expect.
And the movie's released on my birthday too, which is yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that.
Anyway,
Mickey 17 may not be my birthday movie. The Companion is now. Yeah.
but I really like how he interjects like that movie's being released on my birthday, and you're like, all right, so moving on.
I saw this thing. I saw his Instagram post. He's like, "Oh yeah, my birthday movie." I thought that was Mickey 17.
Okay, stop it.
Oh yeah, that got delayed.
Stop it. Stop it. Don't remind me of that.
So, Sammy's is one I haven't heard of. I don't know if this is a biopic or if Bruce Springsteen's going to direct this. I'm thinking a biopic probably. It's Deliver Me From Nowhere.
What?
Which I never heard of that. I'm like, I'm very interested.
Now I have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too.
What's it?
Yeah, it's a biopic about Bruce Springsteen, and Jeremy Allen White plays Bruce Springsteen. Interesting.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
maybe I'm on board this one.
I never heard of this.
Yeah, when I was
have
looking at films, I saw this, but I didn't know what it was about.
Have you guys watched the new horror movie, The Damned?
No, I don't really have any interest.
The actress in that is playing a role in this biopic, and she is very good in that movie. So I am excited because it has this movie has Jeremy Allen White, Jeremy Strong, Paul Walter Hauser, and her. So that's a pretty good cast in this movie.
Odyssey Young.
Yeah.
Odessa.
Yeah, it's all
oh shit. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, the Odyssey is Christopher Nolan's next movie.
And the Odyssey, that book wasn't even in my curriculum at school. So
Me neither. I've never read the Odyssey, but I know basically every story is adapted from the Odyssey. So
let's get right into our top 10. This is the main part that we're going to talk about. I think we're going to have some great picks in here. Probably some new movies that we have never heard of before. So, Craig, let's start out with you. What is your number 10?
My number 10, well, we just talked about this, but it's Companion. And what's the actress's name that played in Hereditary?
Heretic.
I mean, not
Sophie
Hereditary.
Thatcher.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, she was Heretic. Yeah, she was excellent in that. And I really hate Twitter because that trailer gave everything away. And after that, I deleted the app.
Plus, it's Jack Quaid as a crazy character, kind of like how he was in Scream 5.
Yeah, I just hope that the trailer isn't the movie because that's why I particularly don't like to watch trailers nowadays unless I go to watch a movie.
The first, I haven't seen the new one, but the first trailer reveals like nothing because I mean it shows you
don't
things,
watch
but
the
there's no context. So
The
yeah, I
second
will watch the
one
second
shows your main context, but like Seth said, there's more surprises than that main context. So I'm kind of surprised to see where they're going. I kind of probably have an idea of what the twist, more of these twists could be in the movie. But Brandon, what is your number 10?
Okay. I didn't realize we were going to do these in order because I didn't really put them in any particular order. But looking at my list here, at number 10, I guess I'll put the Life of Chuck, the new movie from Mike Flanagan with Tom Hiddleston. Another story based off a Stephen King book or short story, something, but it's a story that Stephen King wrote. And it won, I think, the top prize at TIFF. Like, so some people have seen it, and I've heard really good things. And it doesn't seem like a normal Stephen King story. Like, it's not horror; it's more of like a science fiction drama. So I'm really interested to see what this is all about.
I'm kind of interested also because Flanagan loves to do horror, and this is going to be his first thing out of horror. So I'm like,
yeah.
But it's probably where Stephen King he got attached to it because he really loved doing Dr. Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why.
Yeah.
So Bilal, what is your number 10?
This may be low for some people, but it's gonna be 28 years later. Huge Sammy guy, love the first two a lot, and I love this cast of Jodie Comer, Cillian Murphy, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Wait, Ray Fiennes in this too? Crazy cast. That I really dug in this cast too, and Danny Boyle is a really talented director too. So I'm really hyped to check out this film. I've not seen the trailer. I'm not watching a trailer for this. I'm going in blind and experiencing this.
I don't think the trailer for that really gives away anything either.
It don't. It just gives like a haunted like feel though with that song in the background.
Yeah, and I appreciate that Bilal pronounced Ray Fiennes' name correctly because nobody else does. They always say Ralph Fiennes, and it drives me nuts.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, because I've seen so many people say that, and I'm like, that's not how his name is pronounced. God.
So my number 10, I don't know if it's on any of your guys' list. I got like the little premise of this movie. It's him. It's the new Jordan Peele produced movie. That's supposed to be released in September. So this is a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like in the sports world, like a football player.
Oh,
something happens.
Ooh, actually, you put this on my radar because Marlon Wayne's in this.
Yes.
Marlon Wayans? Oh, well.
Yeah, I think
I made a video about that when the news broke. Yeah, I was like, wow, Marlon really stepping his acting game up.
Because that got on my radar like after that because I am really excited.
We got some rap in this too. Okay, I like it. Cool.
And it's Jordan Peele. Anything Jordan Peele is attached to, I will watch it. So Sammy's number 10, which let me go back. He's got Tron Ares. Our kind of explained what Tron Ares is. So let's go to number 9. Craig, what is your number 9?
My number 9 is Wicked for Good. And I absolutely love the first Wicked. And that was my number 1 movie of 2024. I saw it twice. And thank God nobody was singing in my theater. Was anybody else? Did anybody else have any other problems?
No, thank God. Those sing-along screenings seem like hell. I would never go to one of those.
Actually, the funny thing is, my theater had sing-along screenings, but no one showed up.
That's hilarious.
I think they released the sing-along at the wrong time because they did already have the digital version at home. So everyone's like, I could just sing it for probably my house instead of going back to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brandon, what is your number 9?
For number 9, I think I'll say number 9. I'll say Eddington. This is the new movie from Ari Aster, and we all know that Ari Aster is a very interesting man. This movie is described as a contemporary Western black comedy. And just the premise says it's the plot follows a small town New Mexico sheriff with high aspirations. So something tells me that there's definitely more to it because I remember Beau is Afraid was described as a guy like who was just on a downward spiral or something like that. And if you guys saw Beau is Afraid, you will know that it was a lot more than that. So,
and who's in the cast? Do you know?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. You have the star-studded cast here. Listen to this: Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, Austin Butler. So yeah.
Oh wow! I'm putting that on my radar.
I remember when this one got announced because I knew Katie was really pushing this in the video.
Mm-hmm.
So like Bilal, yeah, I think she would like that. Bilal, what is your number 9?
My number 9 is the only MCU movie in my list, being Fantastic Four. I mean, I just always loved the Fantastic Four, even the 2005, 2007 movies. I enjoyed the hell it goes. I hated the 2015 one. Don't get it twisted, but I love this group of characters. I love this cast. I'm excited to see how they adapt this into MCU, and hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed, it's good. Please be good. For love of God, please be good. Don't screw this up.
So, my number 9 is Christopher Nolan's new movie from Blumhouse. First of all, as you guys know, I'm a Blumhouse truther over here. I love Blumhouse. So it's Christopher Nolan's new movie, Drop. So have you guys heard of this one?
The one with Tom Hardy?
No. It's about a woman. She goes on the state, kind of like a Tinder app or something. But this person's like DMing her like through this other app, telling her that she has to kill her date, or I think it's her daughter or somebody that she knows or people that she loves started going to get killed one by one.
When does this one come out?
It's supposed to be April.
What is it called?
Drop.
You say you're a Blumhouse truther. Please tell me, for the love of God, that you did not like Night Swim or Afraid or that one I didn't. Imaginary. I didn't even bother seeing Imaginary.
Man, Imaginary.
Okay, they're not bad. They're not bad. You want to know what Blumhouse movie I hate? Black Christmas.
Oh, I never saw that Black Christmas one. Yeah, I heard it was bad though.
Yeah, Imaginary. I really wish I could imagine getting my goddamn money back.
Yeah. And Night Swim was one of those other movies I saw last year by myself. I think that was the first movie I saw in theaters, and I was totally alone, and I was really like looking around, all like this is kind of eerie.
I'm just blessed that my first movie, 2025, was a fun experience. You know, it's a good start, good mood, good year.
Mine. Mine was better, man.
Oh yeah, see, 2025 is already better than 2024. Look at that! Wow, crazy.
2024 was a good year. It had a good second half.
I mean, the first half bad. The first half was a struggle to get through.
The first half wasn't great, but it really picked up in the second.
So, let's go with Sammy's number 9, and that would be Bilal's number 9. Also, Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Did he just copy my list?
No, he did not.
I'm kidding.
He's like, did he copy my list? Craig, what is your number 8?
My number 8 is the Bad Guys 2. I really enjoyed the first one and seeing where this one's gonna go with, them being forced back into crime because there's a I just really like the idea of an all women's like bad guys group that looks up to them, that opposes them, and they have to like teach them their ways. And yeah, I can't wait to see what this one's going to do with how the characters have changed and all this type of stuff.
So, Brandon, what is your number 8?
Number 8 for me is, I don't know if anyone else has heard of this movie. It's called Begonia. Nothing? No. So
No,
this is the latest movie from Yorgos Lanthimos starring Emma Stone. It'll be their third collaboration. I don't know what is. It's based off of, it's an English remake of a 2003 South Korean movie called Save the Green Planet. And the synopsis reads, 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth.
Oh, yeah, this sounds like a Yorgos movie all the way through.
And this movie also has Jesse Plemons in it, and Jesse Plemons was excellent in Kinds of Kindness.
Bilal, what is your number 8?
My number 8 is, it's finally so excited to see this director have his Hollywood debut. Timochenko is going to be directing Nobody 2, and I'm super hyped because it's Indonesian action movies that he has directed, being Nine Comes for Us, Big 4, Headshot, and The Shadow Strays are all fantastic action films that he has directed that you can all find on Netflix. And it's going to be so awesome to see his talent come to Hollywood with Nobody 2, working with Bob Odenkirk. It's going to be something fantastic. The action is going to be super brutal. I'm hyped for Nobody 2. It's going to be way better than the first movie. I guarantee it.
I need to watch the first movie.
It's a solid action movie.
So my number 8 is Ryan Coogler's new film, Sinners. I love how we're not getting anything mostly about this movie. The first trailer don't show much. It gives like a haunting like feel to it. But I'm glad they haven't showed us none of the vampire stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping, like, I probably won't watch the second trailer because of that. Because if it's Warner Brothers, I don't want them to do what they did with this movie, like Companion, and like just show us. Because like where Companion has twists, I think this one won't have twists that much, where it's just going to be a straightforward vampire movie by Ryan Coogler. And it's Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. So you know it's going to be good with him directing also. So Sammy's number 8 was Ballerina. So, Craig, what is your number 7?
My number 7 is Ballerina. and and the first 4 John Wicks is great, but they follow it's a continuation that spans over 4 films from the previous film, but I really like to see what else was going on when John Wick when we didn't see what was going on with John Wick, whether it was chapter 2 or chapter 3 or whatever. I want to see. I'm like Brandon said, Honor Day Armis has been on a drought, period. And she really needs a hit, and I really hope this film is a hit.
I think her last hit might have been Knives Out,
which is very sad.
Mm-hmm.
You actually might be right, because I'm thinking of all the movies she's in. She's been what was it with Ben Affleck?
Oh wait, no. The last one, No Time to Die was really good, and she was in that.
Oh yes, she was good in that.
For her 15 minutes of screen time.
She wasn't in it long, but I like that movie a lot. I love the Daniel Craig, James Bond movies. So
they are good. So, Brandon, what is your number 7?
Number 7. Okay, we've got yet another Stephen King story that's being adapted, and that's The Running Man. Nothing
Isn't
going
that-
into this.
Oh,
Huh?
Glenn Powell's in this one, right?
Yeah, Edgar Wright directing. Glenn Powell is the star, and the pure opposite of Ana de Armas. Glenn Powell has been on a tear lately. He's been in a lot of really good stuff. And where is but yeah, but I like Edgar Wright as a director a lot, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And like I said, Glenn Powell has been killing it lately, and the concept alone was really what is it? Set in 2025, a game show called The Running Man has people chased by murderous hunters across the world to win money. And I'm like, that sounds a lot of fun. So
I didn't know that was coming out this year because I was looking at Coleman Domingo's upcoming projects, and he's in that.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, it says November 7th, 2025.
That's my brother's birthday too.
Because I haven't seen the original of The Running Man, but I think there's like a talk show host or like a host on the thing, isn't there?
I think so. I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but
that's who Coleman Domingo's supposed to be playing.
Well, anything after seeing like Sing Sing, anything that Coleman Domingo's in, sign me up. He's remarkable.
This cast is stacked, though. You got Glenn Powell, Katie O'Brien, Josh Brolin, Michael Cera,
William H. Macy.
Yeah, and Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, that's a good cast. Michael Cera is making a comeback.
True.
I mean, he was in Barbie.
Yeah, and he was also in Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage.
I still need to see that.
It's so good.
I didn't even know that.
Excuse me. Oh, my number 7. You want to know my number 7?
Yeah. What's your number 7? It's like, excuse me.
Oh, my bad. My number 7 was supposed to be my birthday movie. And so it's Mickey 17. I'm still hyped for it, but I'm less hyped because the delay's been super annoying for it. That's still the reason it's not higher, but I'm still extremely hyped for this. At least it got pushed up to March though, so it's not as bad. I would wait, but I wish it was on my birthday so I could experience peak. But it's fine.
It should have been released last year, like it should have,
or that.
It was supposed to be in January of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love our first episode. We did a top 10 draft, and Bilal's like, I picked Mickey 17. Next day, it gets a little late.
And it's like Mickey 17 is gonna be my birthday movie. Then it gets delayed again.
But then my number 7 is the other Safdie brother. He's going to be directing this movie. It's Marty Supreme starring Timothy Chalamet.
That's Josh Safdie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Josh Safdie.
Yeah.
I think this one is about it's a biopic about the world of ping pong, which it's kind of like a sports movie, so I'm interested. The Safdie brothers, I'm interested, but after watching Timothy Chalamet, not only in Doom Part 2, but Completely Unknown, I will watch about anything that dude's in now. So I'm really excited.
Serious.
He's really smart at picking his projects.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because he's so unserious. Did you guys see his interview with Nardwar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in like a record store and he's just acting like a total like goofball.
I haven't seen that. I seen his what was it? You know who Theo Von is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Idiot.
Did you watch this episode with Theo Von?
Timothy Chalamet was on with Theo Von?
Yeah, he was on his episode.
That would have been a fun pairing.
He's so unserious in that episode also. But like you said, I like this because when Timmy, before he became an actor, the movie that he watched to start his acting, he wanted to become an actor, is The Dark Knight. And it's so how his career has went. he has picked really good directors to work with. He's picked Denis. He's picked now Josh Shafty, James Mangold. Who else? He done that commercial with Greg Gerwig. He done that commercial with
Greta Gerwig twice.
Yeah, true. With Scorsese, and he done, of course, Nolan with Interstellar.
Yeah, I was gonna say he also worked with Nolan in Interstellar.
The only one he needs to work with, which he was going to before, Scott saw Paul Mescal's performance in Normal People. Timothy was supposed to be Lucius. That was Ridley's first pick.
He's too skinny.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
but it's so weird that was Ridley's first pick. Of like, let's go with Timothy Chalamet. But it's probably that's how good of a actor he is. That was his first actual pick for that role.
Yeah, he would have had to bulk up for that.
But let's see what Sammy's number 7 was. His number 7 is Final Destination Bloodlines, which I am going to get into that one later because that is actually on my list. So we can go to our number 6. So Craig, what is your number 6?
My number 6 is Mickey 17. And when I first found out that this was delayed, I was kind of like, ugh. And I completely forgot about it until I saw the trailer that came out whenever it was released. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So, Brandon, what is your number 6? Oh, wait, no, Craig, what are you going to say?
Yeah, this I wasn't too happy that they switched the months with Sinners, but I mean, it's still fine. It's still going to be great. I love sci-fi.
I kind of got mad too because I was looking like I like Mickey 17, but I was looking forward to seeing Sinners a little bit sooner. Then they switched down. Like I got mad, but like kind of like you said, it's like they're two good movies, and it's just only like a month apart from each other. It's not like a whole 6 month or a year thing like they did with this movie.
Right.
But Brandon, what is your number 6?
Number 6 for me is Wake Up Dead Man, which is the third movie in the Knives Out trilogy. I don't know if this was supposed to be a trilogy, but I just know the first Knives Out was so successful, and Netflix gave Rian Johnson a bunch of money and said, "Here, make another one." And I like Glass Onion, but I don't think it's nearly as good as Knives Out. But the Wake Up Dead Man has a star-studded cast again, like the first two movies do. So, and I think murder mysteries are a lot of fun. So I'm excited for this one.
Who's all in it? I can't remember.
Off the top of my head, Josh O'Connor, Kaylee Spaney, Thomas Hayden Church, Mila Kunis. What did you say below? Kerry Washington, yeah, she's in it. Oh, Glenn Close. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are in it. It's a bunch of A-list stars.
Andrew Scott, Josh Brolin,
Andrew Scott, yeah.
Did you guys watch The Deliverance?
No, that horror movie on Netflix. No, I didn't see it.
Did you watch it, Craig?
No.
There's. Do you know the line that Glenn Close says in the movie? Have you ever guys heard about that line?
What line?
What is? Yeah, I don't want. I know what you're talking about, but what does she say?
I don't want to say on here because I don't want the video get taken down or anything. It gets pretty. It kind of gets like the vulgar, like Exorcist does, like the original. But when you say Glenn Close, that's all I can think of now is when I hear her name.
Apparently a lot of people trash that movie on Letterboxd.
Yeah, apparently it was terrible.
That was my 10. That's my 10 worst movies of last year.
Is it? I Can Smell Your Nappy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
whoa! Hold up! I'm definitely. Maybe I should watch it now.
Hey yo, what the hell, man?
Okay, just because whoever wrote that, I need to cancel them.
He's like, I didn't cancel it.
Oh,
That is
man.
god awful.
Oh yeah, that movie was awful.
Who directed that?
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, it's like a big director, I think. Lee Daniels.
Oh, what does he direct?
Yeah, he. Let me see.
Oh, he directed Precious.
Yeah, he directed Precious and The Butler. That movie with, I think, Forrest Whitaker was in it. Yeah, and The United States versus Billie Holiday, and he was a producer on Monsters Ball. So,
Oh, he also directed The Paperboy.
I saw that, but I don't even know what that is.
I think I remember that released in like early 2000 teens. But Bilal, what is your number 6?
I don't think y'all gonna expect anything from this number 6 pick. I don't think y'all even know what this movie is. It's gonna be No Other Choice, directed by Park Chan-wook, the director of Old Boy and director of Decision to Leave, and it stars Lee Byung-hun, who was the star of I Saw the Devil and is killing the game in Squid Game at the moment. So I'm extremely hyped to check out this movie because Park has not missed in his filmography, and I love South Korean movies. So extremely excited for this movie. Hopefully it releases in Canada, but I'm really hyped for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you told me about that one yesterday. I'm like, Park Chan-wook has another film coming out.
Yeah, I just found out like a couple of days ago, man. It's crazy.
You got him and Bong Joon-ho actually make movies in the same year.
Yeah,
it's like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm guessing Brendan's adding that to his watch list at the moment. It looks like
Yeah, I'm looking it up because I just wasn't familiar with this because it wasn't a bad movie, but I did not love Decision to Leave.
I need to watch Old Boy. Like that's on my
Old Boy is
on my radar.
fantastic.
Old Boy's a masterpiece, without doubt about it.
My number 6 is another horror movie, which I'm excited for. It's Saw 11. I love Saw X. I think they went back to what James Wan and I think it's I forgot the director of Saw 2. Like the first 3 Saw movies, it went back to that formula of like being that good. And I'm just hoping that because you got the director coming back from Saw 10, and this is supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be like set between Saw 2 and 3. This one is, and it's supposed to have, of course, Tobin Bell will be coming back. The guy who played Hoffman, he's supposed to be in it. I think Amanda's supposed to be in it, and of course the bad lady from the Saw X, she's supposed to be in this one again.
His assistant. What's her name? What I want to say, Amanda. Is that her name?
Yeah, Amanda's in this. But you saw Saw X, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
You know the main doctor he was trying to kill?
Yes, I think so. I can't remember, honestly, but I did see Saw X.
So she actually stayed alive in Saw X. She didn't die in that movie. So she's supposed to be coming back for this one also. So it's kind of like her revenge on John Kramer.
Okay.
So Sammy's number 6 is Running Man, which was one of your picks, Brandon. So Craig, what is your number 5?
My number 5, also a Marvel movie, and it's Thunderbolts. Now, I have taken a long break from Marvel after the constant disappointments. After Guardians 3, I was just emotionally drained. That movie made me cry, and all the other bullshit films that were coming out, and the TV shows there's no point of watching the TV shows because they don't even line up with the movies at all, and it's just so frustrating to get these mediocre projects. But the trailer for Thunderbolts has got me pretty amped up.
I saw that trailer for the first time. Like, I've been staying away from that trailer, and I saw that trailer last week before Complete Unknown. I was already excited for this movie, but this movie looks different than any other Marvel project. It looks more grounded. What are you saying?
And I'm just glad they got rid of they're not doing the big head poster.
The floating heads.
Yeah.
The poster for Thunderbolts looks like the poster for This Is the End.
True. I did think of
look
that.
at them side by side. They look exactly the same.
Yeah, I saw someone point that out, and I don't mind it as long as it's not that stupid floating head poster.
Yeah, those have definitely gotten out of control.
True. So, Brandon, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Sinners. The movie has been mentioned quite a few times because I've noticed we've gotten a lot of vampire movies in like the last year or two, and it seems like vampires are starting to make a comeback. But I'm really interested in this one because Ryan Coogler is a really diverse director. I know he made 2 Black Panther movies, but if you just count those as one, the movies he's directed could not be any more different with Black Panther, Creed, and Fruitvale Station. So now he's going to tackle vampires. So I'm really interested to see what this will be like.
I'm actually too. Bilal, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery. I love the first 2 Knives Out films. I prefer the first one over Glass Onion, but Glass Onion was still a fun experience. I love this cast. I'm becoming a massive fan of Kelly Spaney. I'll watch anything that she's a part of, and I'm super hyped for this film. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get more info on how these characters are going to be looking like. Because another thing about Knives Out films is like the drip, like the fashion in those movies are stellar too. So I'm excited to see the fashion choices too.
The costume designs are always top notch.
Yeah.
So my number 5 is a Marvel movie. I got Fantastic Four. Like Bilal was saying, I love the first 2 Fantastic Four movies with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic is like one of the worst superhero movies of all time. I can't stand that movie.
Please don't give me nightmares.
That movie is absolutely horrible. But I like where they're going with this one. I think they got a good director on. This cast is really good. Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, and how you say the guy from his name from
Eben Moss Backrack.
Him, and then Ralph Ineson as Galactus, and Julie Gardner. Perfect cast with Paul Walter Hauser. I didn't even know John Malkovich was in this also. So this cast is absolutely stacked.
Yeah. And just when you said Ralph Ineson, that everyone here's seen Nosferatu, right?
Yeah.
So I saw a TikTok today that made me laugh. It was this girl talking about how the line delivery Ralph Ineson gives in Nosferatu is stuck with her when the guy bites the head off the pigeon, and he just goes, "My dear man, why did you do that?"
Okay, every time I think about Ralph, I just think about him in The Witch chopping wood.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Because he was also the Green Knight, so.
I didn't even know he was the Green Knight. I need to watch it. But to be honest, I thought that was is it Joel Edgerton? I thought that's who the Green Knight was.
No,
I didn't know it was Ralph Ineson. But I'm just excited for this movie. I'm glad they're doing a fresh take, and By the looks, like we saw, like the leak looks from CinemaCon, not CinemaCon, but Comic-Con last year. They show Ralph Ineson as Galactus. They're actually doing the Galactus right. That was the one thing that really let me down in Rise of the Silver Surfer, whereas he was just like a black hole that was just like eating planets up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not actually look of Galactus. But this is the one trailer I think for a Marvel movie, unless if it's shown in the theater, I'm actually not going to watch. Because I'm just so excited for this movie. I think out of all the Marvel movies, including like this, Doomsday and even Secret War,
Mm-hmm.
This is the movie I'm hyped for. But for Sammy's number, what are you saying, Bilal?
Speaking of Nosferatu, you can see it on my TV right now.
That's what I was about to say. Is that Nosferatu background?
So Sammy's number 5 is one I didn't expect him to put on this list. It's the day the Earth blew up, the Looney Tunes movie. That's supposed to be coming out next month.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
So
I heard
what's
about
weird-
this one.
So what's weird is, you know how Looney Tunes is owned by Warner Brothers?
Oh, you talking about the Warner Brothers that cancels all their shit?
Yes, that Warner
Yeah.
Brothers. They didn't want to release this, so they kind of like how they did with was it Coyote versus Acme? Except
Yeah.
getting rid of
I'm
this
still
one.
upset about that.
Me too. So they let this one shop. So Catch Up Entertainment. So they done that weird Ben Affleck movie that came out. I think it was 2023. Like
Is it the one when he like goes back in time? Yeah. What was that
Yes.
called?
I forgot.
They're like that
That-
Inception ripoff
What the hell was that called?
like that
God.
weird Inception
Hold on, I'm looking it
ripoff
up.
film?
Yeah.
Like Hypernetic or something? Or like, I don't know. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Hyper-
actually might be right.
And he was in another one called Paycheck, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Hypersonic? Like,
Yeah.
No. Hypnotic.
Hypnotic.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
So not only they released that, but let me see if I can find the other movie. I think it's the other movie I remember them releasing, and I think it's the newest Hellboy that was released.
Hellboy
The
is coming
Crooked
out
Man.
this year?
No, the Hellboy, the Crooked Man that was released last year.
Oh.
The one that looked like it was the YouTube fan made film. Ketchup Studios also released that, so they picked up the rights for this, and they're going to actually release this one in theaters. So it shouldn't be that bad because it's already been made through Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers just didn't want to put it out.
I didn't even know this
So-
was a thing. There was a Hellboy movie that came out last year?
Yeah.
It's not good.
No,
I'd never even heard of this. What this looks like a 2000s horror softcore porn.
I didn't even know
Look
about
at this
that either.
poster. Okay.
so that's Sam's number 5. So let's get into our top 4. So Craig, what is your number 4?
I'm still trying to get over that there was a Hellboy movie last year.
I did not know that.
But my number 4 is 28 Years Later. I have not seen the first 2. I need to watch them before this one comes out. But where can I watch them? I need to watch them.
They're available to rent now, I believe.
So 28 Days Later just got available to buy or to rent, like Branden said, but still not physical media. Hopefully they do a 4K release because Sony did pick up the rights for them before 28 Days Later, and 28 Weeks should be on, I think it's on Hulu because it's still under Fox.
Okay.
Because how the story is with 28 Days is Searchlight Pictures picked up the rights for 28 Days Later. They lost the rights after I think it's like after 10 years or 15 years or so. So the owners took the movie back And that's why there was no releases on physical media or digital, because there was no rights. So Sony finally picked up the rights again, where they're going to do this new 28 years later trilogy, and they just released on digital again.
28 Days Later is available on Amazon for $4, and 28 Weeks Later is the same. It's not free anywhere, unfortunately, but yeah.
Oh, did they take off? No.
Wait,
Is Killing Murphy in both of them?
No, just the first one.
Okay.
So, and he's not going to be in this new one. There's an article that came out that he's not going to be in this new one. He's going to be involved with it, but he should show up in the Bone Temple, the one that's coming out in January 2026, directed by Nia DaCosta. He should appear in that one. So I don't know if he was, you know, where he was just did this that movie that came out in December.
Yeah,
I think he was filming the same time around with this one, but he's just a producer on 28 Years Later.
Gotcha.
It's weird because that one, well, there's one like screenshot, I'll say, because I don't think you guys have seen it, but in the trailer of someone that looks exactly like Cillian Murphy, and there was a lot of speculation that it was him, but it's not him.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, that's why I thought he was in the film. Never mind.
That's what I
No,
thought.
it's not him. So no, this has got so big because I think it's one of the big outlets for like movie magazines. Literally put the zombie on the front screen, like the front of their cover page, so everyone can see it's not Cillian Murphy. But I think we're on you right now, Brandon, for number 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, believe so. And only seems right, my number 4, to be Fantastic Four: The First Steps. Because, you guys have basically put it all, like, my thoughts into words for me. Because I don't think Fantastic Four has ever been done correctly on the big screen. I mean, I have fond nostalgia of the first Fantastic Four from 2005. I mean, it's not a good movie, but would I rewatch it? Yeah, probably. I never liked Silver Surfer, and we all know how everyone feels about Four Stick. But this is definitely probably the most excited I've been for an MCU movie since Guardians 3, because Guardians 3 was like top tier for me, and everything that Marvel has put out since then has just been so average to forgettable. Because like you said, Craig, I have no interest in watching the TV shows. Like I'll probably never watch Echo. I'll never watch Agatha All Along. I'll never watch What If Season 2. I have no desire to watch any of that. So I'm really excited for Fantastic Four.
The first episode on our first podcast episode last year, we reviewed Echo. That was awful.
I only watched Agatha
For RP Plus, so we know the reason, man.
Yeah, I had no interest. The only reason Agatha got her own show is was it for the podcast?
Hey, Greg, where you went?
No, did he freeze? Oh, he must have frozen. Uh-oh.
I think he did. But
I freeze.
While we're waiting for Craig to come back.
Oh, there he is.
I release you from this spell. Unfreeze now, sir.
Yeah, you guys are lagging on my end.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. So the only shows I've seen was
Hawkeye.
I've seen all of Hawkeye, Moon Knight, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Miss Marvel. I think Loki season 1.
Mm-hmm. That's all I've watched, because I haven't watched What If season 2, Agatha, Echo, Loki season 2.
I did, and we did watch Echo for our first episode, and I didn't like Echo whatsoever.
No one wanted an Echo show. And I was going to say, the only reason Agatha got her own show is because that damn song went viral on TikTok in 2021. That's the only reason she got a show.
Oh, Greg's gone. Oh.
And he's back. Wait, maybe.
Yeah. You back, Craig?
I can't see you, man. There you go. Hey.
Okay. Am I good now? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're
lagging
good.
a little bit, but we can hear you and
Put,
Am I
see
put
you.
your
good?
hands down, man. You're good. Relax. Yeah, you're fine. Chill. Stop dancing so much. Okay. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, Echo was just horrible. I can't stand Echo. Agatha, I didn't watch. I think I might watch the first season of What If, but I haven't watched the second or third season. And what else has came out by Marvel?
I don't know, like TV show. I'm gonna
I
watch
didn't even watch
Daredevil.
Loki. I didn't even watch Loki season 2.
I didn't either.
It's just
'cause I'm just marveled out.
Yeah.
like I want to watch
I
Daredevil.
miss
What are you saying?
I miss Loki season 2. Haven't watched What If 2 or 3. Only watched the first episode of Moon Knight. I only watched didn't watch Echo. I only watched Agatha because Sandra kept telling me how great it was, and I was just like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And I actually ended up liking it more than I thought I would.
That out of everyone's reviews, they have said that show is a lot different than everyone thought it was going to be.
I'll never watch it. I have no interest. I also took Sandra's opinion on that with a grain of salt because she said the Penguin was bad. So,
Oh,
I need to still finish the Penguin.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, don't. She can.
Let's just hope she doesn't watch this episode, guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm lagging now.
I'm sorry. Just you can't talk about my baby Kristen Milotti like that. Okay.
So, Brian, you said your number 4 was Fantastic Four, right?
Yes, correct.
So, Bilal, what's your number 4?
Superman. That was terrible. Yeah. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for helping me out.
That's Star Wars.
That's I think that's Star Wars.
It's the same too.
That's Star Wars.
Oh wait, shit! What is it?
That's Star Wars, bro.
Anyways, Superman. This movie is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. David Gordon Sweat looks perfect as this character, and it's good to see a hopeful Superman again. And I love this cast. Also, like the diversity in this cast with Isabella Marcet, the actor who plays Mr. Terrific, who died in that movie, First Class. It's good to this actor has a chance to redeem himself in a comic book movie. Darwin, that guy who played Darwin. Who's that?
Yeah, the dude who the guy that can never die in X-Men, and he just died from the most stupidest thing in First Class.
Yeah. That's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, Nicholas Hoult looks like absolute menace, bro. As Lex Luthor. Oh my gosh. And,
you know what I just thought? Was Nicholas Hoult in First Class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the second movie that they're playing in together.
And you can also add Nicholas Hoult to those people that have played multiple superheroes or you know what I mean, comic book characters, like with Halle Berry and Chris Evans.
What's he? Oh yeah, never mind. I'm dumb. I was gonna say, was he in Deadpool 2? But yeah, it was a small cameo. I'm dumb. My bad.
Yeah, it was just a cameo in Deadpool 2.
But my number 4, I'm going with the same thing as Blah. We're going with Superman. So,
did you copy my list?
No. So I don't think the Man of Steel is not that bad, but Snyder is not the best a little bit with his comic book stuff.
You think? I've only said this a million times.
Make it 1,000,001.
But I like it's James Gunn. James Gunn has done great with comic book movies.
Sarah
4 out of
misses.
4. What?
Sarah misses. Here.
Okay. 4 out of 4. Guardians 1 through 3. The
Banger.
Suicide Squad.
Banger.
And he's actually looking over this studio. And I think he's going to lead them in the right direction. Hopefully, besides like the Batman Part 2 stuff, which don't even get me started about that.
Question. Have y'all seen
Yes.
Creature Commandos yet?
No, not yet.
I haven't seen the last episode, but I've seen everything up to when Batman appears.
Wait,
Is it good?
Yeah.
Wait, Batman's a Creature Commandos?
They
Yeah,
just
he
show
made, like,
his
a little-
shadow. They just show his shadow.
Okay, just like a little spark on that. Who do you think from like that Batman? Who do you think they would cast? I already got one person. If they
George
did cast
Clooney.
somebody,
Scott Atkins.
I'm going.
God. I don't know. I have to think about that.
Alan Richardson. His body, Batman's body shape looks like his body shape.
Bro,
So I wonder if that's who they have casted, and they're just keeping it a secret.
we'll see.
I know
But,
for Damian Wayne, they have to have a mixed actor, like an unknown mixed actor for Damian Wayne, because Damian in the comics, he's half white, half Arabian.
Oh, I didn't even know that. But for Superman, David Cornsweet, I like David Cornsweet. Nicholas Hoult, I think, is going to do a great job as Lex Luthor. This whole cast, it's like a fresh start, and you can feel it with this trailer, especially after watching this first trailer for Superman. And I think James Gunn's going to lead this scene in the right direction. And I think this scene's going to make not only like good like critic numbers and audience numbers. I think this thing's going to do great in the box office. I think people are going to pour out for this movie.
It has to.
I can see it making $1 billion. I mean, hell, if Aquaman can make $1 billion, then so can Superman.
I'm still baffled by that.
Yeah, I don't know how Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah.
True. So, Sammy's number 4 was, let me look real quick. His was 28 days later. I mean, 28 years later, not days. But, Craig, what is your number 3?
Excuse me.
You don't have COVID, do you?
No, I'm good. I just drink too much popcorn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get paranoid.
You're not going to get COVID through the computer. What does it matter?
Bro, everybody in my house is coughing. Like, there are like 3 people that in my house that are sick. And my nephew is one of them.
I was at her house, by the way.
Whoa! No. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch.
Yeah,
that
what's your number 3, Craig?
Number 3 is I think this is also A24, but Warfare.
Yeah, it's A24.
Yeah, and it's directed by Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland, who does a lot of war films as well. I still haven't seen Ex Machina. Machina? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Ex Machina.
Yeah, I have it on physical media. I just haven't watched it yet. But the ensemble cast is great. You got Charles Melton, Joseph Quinn, Will Poulter, Noah Centineo, and yeah, the film just looks great. And Alex Garland, I think he won me over after Civil War. So yeah, let's just see if this one's a hit.
So what I really like about this film is not only Alex Garland, like you said, he's been doing war films and stuff, and he's good at. The other director is a former military veteran who fought during this time of the war of like what it said. And so he's got the background knowledge of what to make a good story about these soldiers overseas. And hopefully it's good because like it's just Alex Garland. Besides Men, I think Alex Garland has made all his films are good besides Men.
Civil War.
Civil War's good, man. Stop it.
Civil War, to be honest with you, that was the most diverse movie of last year.
Anyways,
But what's your number 3?
Me? Or who's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you.
Okay.
My name ain't Brandon. You Brandon.
He didn't say Brandon. He just said, "What's your number 3?"
I said Brandon. Brandon.
Yeah, but Dakota didn't.
Well, I said it. I'm the co-host too.
You want to go?
You want to fight?
Yeah.
We can
Let's go
fight.
outside. Okay. Anyway, before, okay, my number 3. Yeah, we're getting into the territory of ones that have already been mentioned. My number 3 is Mickey 17. Bilal's not birthday movie.
All right. You want to smoke now?
But yeah, Mickey 17. I'm looking forward to this because this is Bong Joon-ho's first movie since Parasite, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's been a hot minute since he made a movie, and I love the trailer for this movie. I think it's really funny because especially the way Robert Pattinson talks. I showed the trailer to some friends of mine recently, and I like listen to this. They're like, "That's Robert Pattinson." I was like, "Yeah, that is him. That's how he talks in this movie." So that makes me more excited. But I'm not familiar with the source material because I believe this movie is based on a book, but I don't know really anything about the book. I just know it's called Mickey 7, I believe. But I have no doubt that this will be great.
I didn't even know this was based on the book.
I thought it was a remake of something else. I didn't know it was adapted from a book. I thought it was a remake.
I didn't even know that either.
Yeah, it's a book by a guy named Ashton Edward. It was published in 2022.
That's pretty fast.
They did fast track that. So, Bilal, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is a movie that no one knows, except maybe Dakota. You might know. It's called Havoc. It stars Tom Hardy playing cop and is directed by Garrett Evans, who is responsible for directing 2 of my favorite action movies of all time, The Raid 1 and 2. I'll cut that part out.
No, I'll leave that part in.
Anyway.
I love it. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't watched the episodes, if you do have, Bilal loves to do propaganda and stuff to make everybody watch The Raid on here. Every episode. Yes, you are. I can get a compilation of clips right now.
Did you say Tom Hardy is the lead?
Yeah, Tom Hardy's the lead in an action film that's going to show his martial arts skill sets. Because Garrett Evans is martial artist director because he studied the Indonesian Indonesian martial arts to make the Raid movies. But originally his plan was to go to Indonesia to do a documentary, but he ran into Iko Uwais, an Indonesian martial artist at the time, and they did a film together. But he's a Welsh director instead. But Havoc's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be released on Netflix. I've been waiting 4 years for this movie, by the way. Keep getting delayed. So finally coming out soon. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be lit.
You know what I just figured out?
What?
But you need to stop saying your favorite movies because they just keep getting delayed. This, Sinners, Mickey 17.
Oh,
Okay, maybe I have bad luck. Shut up.
I think it's crazy that Gareth Evans is Welsh and he's directing Indonesian action movies.
Have you guys seen The Raid 1 and 2?
I haven't. I wanted to
No.
watch it last year, but I just never got around to it.
We done a reviews episode, guys. Go definitely check that out if you're listening. Go check out that episode. Me and Sammy watched it for the first time to do an episode with Bilal. Those movies are so good.
Mm-hmm. I've heard good things.
But we're on number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So my number 3 is the same as Brandon's number 3. Is Mickey 17. I'm excited for this movie. The trailer don't show too much, and I think that's what I want with this movie. It looks plain and simple. I'm definitely going to try to see this thing in IMAX because I think this thing will be good in IMAX. Robert Pattinson, I think, is just one of those upcoming actors who just has range. Because going from Bruce Wayne and the Batman to this is absolutely phenomenal, and it's Bong Joon-ho also. But Sammy's number 3, his number 3 was Marty Supreme, the Timothy Chalamet Josh Shafty movie. So, Craig, what is your number 2?
I seen men die in ways I didn't know was possible.
Oh shit! I'm okay.
My
I like
number
that bit.
2 is Sinners. I've rewatched this teaser trailer over like as many times as Superman. I've rewatched it like 90 times already, and I have not gotten tired of it. And like you, Dakota, I might not watch the official trailer just because I don't want. I just want to go in with the first one that they gave us. I don't want any other because like I don't want them to do us like they did the companion trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan they're one of my favorite director actor duos next to Pesci, next to De Niro and Scorsese and Greta Gerwig and Saoirse Ronan, Spike Lee, Denzel. Yeah, they just make magic together.
So, what is your number 2, Brandon?
It's Star Wars, and
It was
Originally-
an honest mistake. You know what? Star Wars fans, actually, as a matter of fact, Star Wars fans, how about y'all kiss my ass?
I like Star Wars.
No, not y'all. I'm talking about the toxic ones.
I don't even like Star Wars like that.
Originally, I was gonna play the Star Wars theme and say it was Superman, but I was like, nah, this seems too good. But yeah, my number 2 is Superman because I really have the utmost faith in James Gunn because, like you said, Dakota, I think he's 4 for 4 with all the comic book adaptations he's done because I love the Guardians trilogy. That's the best trilogy in all of the MCU, and it's not particularly close. I even think Guardians 2 is fantastic, and the Suicide Squad is the best DCEU movie by a country mile. It is not close at all. So, and also Peacemaker is a great show. So that's another reason I have faith in him. But I thought the trailer for this looked excellent. It showed you just enough to get you intrigued. Like that shot of the slow motion shot of him protecting the little girl from like all the stuff that's exploding. I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. And someone I know said that he's not looking forward to Superman because in his words, Superman is a lame character. and I've asked him twice to elaborate on why he thinks that, but he just won't. So I'm like, okay, then I'm not really going to listen to your opinion then. But yeah, that because I'm like I said, I'm superheroed out, but I will always make time for a James Gunn superhero movie because I think he knows what he's doing. I've only saw Man of Steel once, so I can't really compare the two.
Don't worry, you don't gotta watch it again.
But I did. You guys will enjoy this. I did see a TikTok that made me laugh out loud. You guys may have seen it. It's a guy pretending to be James Gunn being interviewed about Superman, and he's like, "Yeah, I was so passionate about this project. I can't wait for it." And he goes, "Oh, hold on, I gotta tie my shoe." And he starts tying his shoe, and in the background, you just hear a very faint, "Zack Snyder would never let his fucking shoe get untied."
I never seen that.
And he's like looking up, like, who said that? It's like, that's pretty true. But yeah, that's my number 2.
Bilal, what is your number 2?
I am shocked that none of y'all motherfuckers said this movie yet. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, the final reckoning. Come on, man.
No, you can't talk shit to us because you said that whole entire name wrong right there.
Okay, change the name. I forgot. Damn. But
Fallout should have been the last one.
Yeah, it's probably the last one. I'll say probably, but I love the Mission Impossible franchise. Tom Cruise has been committed to this franchise since 1996 from the first Mission Impossible movie and has played the same character since then. And these movies showcase so many great... Why are you laughing?
He has played the same character since.
I know, 1996. Okay. Anyway, the movies have some spectacular action set pieces. Nicholas McCoo directing these movies been such a great improvement to the franchise, and each installment gets better and better. I'm really excited for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Okay, first of all, who did you just say directed these movies?
Christopher McCoo. I cannot say his last name.
Christopher
McCory. McCoo. I said McCoo to make it easier, all right?
Christopher McCoo.
It's McCory. What the hell?
McCoo.
And,
that's his nickname.
Bilal, I'm going to just say check yourself before you wreck yourself, because my number 2 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Okay.
So, I'm really excited for this. I didn't realize it's been 29 years with this franchise until right when you said the first movie was released in 96. So it's nearly 30 years for this franchise. It's really remarkable. This is the one good franchise that is going on for 30 years besides that one with the Vin Diesel one.
Family, bro. Come on, man.
I'm excited for this one. I've only watched the first 3, but out of the first 3, I love the first 3 of the movies. I know a lot of people don't like Mission Impossible 2. I hold that one really to a high standard with the other 2. But it's Tom Cruise.
Sucks.
Yeah. The second one was booty cheeks.
It's terrible.
Joe, come on, man. Joe.
It's bad. It's bad.
The second one was just a horny fest.
No, that's what I said. No, that's what I said. It was like Tom Cruise's whole character motivation in this movie is that he wants to fuck this woman. That's his only character motivation.
Right.
No, I love the Letterboxd. So I'm looking at the Letterboxd right now for it. And look, it's just Tom Cruise. He's just like very confused. That's the top cover right now.
I will say the only films since the first one where he's played a different character is Edge of Tomorrow, Eyes Wide Shut, Magnolia, and American Made.
Have you seen Rain Man?
No, I'm talking about when he became an action star in '96.
Rain
Those
Man
are the characters.
Impossible.
And Collateral. Come on, you played.
Oh well, yeah, that too. I would say those are the movies that it feels like he plays a different character other than the typical action star since Mission Impossible.
True.
Chocolate Thunder.
I forgot he was a Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I think I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay, just making sure.
Real quick, I did not even know that was Tom Cruise when I first saw that movie in theaters. I think I left and my dad was like, Tom Cruise. I was like, Tom Cruise was in that?
You know, that was his whole idea, to make like the guy look like that. And you know, when he's dancing, that was his idea he pitched to the director.
He's got like prosthetic hands on because his hands are so big.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's so damn funny.
So Sammy's number 2. Where the hell is Sam's text? His number 2 is Superman also. So we're getting to our top most anticipated movie of the year right now. So Craig, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Star Wars. Wait, oh shit, Superman. It came back around. But yeah, after year.
Anyway,
this is the first time that we have gotten an authentic Superman in film since Christopher Reeves, which is really sad. And I'm tired of Henry Cavill fanboys and Zack Snyder fans. All of you can kiss my ass. And stop complaining. I mean, they're resetting. They're starting fresh. So I'm just glad that it's not another origin story, because who wants to watch Krypton blow up for 5 minutes? It's just, we already know everything, and this Superman, just from what we've gotten, feels like an authentic comic book film. And I mean, and Bilal, I see your comment. I'm talking movie wise.
Oh, movie wise.
Movie wise, we haven't gotten an authentic Superman since Christopher Reeves. But in like, a lot of people don't watch any of the TV shows, and those are the best Superman depictions. But a lot of people prefer to watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't like Brandon Routh's portrayal in Superman Returns?
I can't tell you a thing about it. I don't even remember.
What's weird is that it's supposed to be Christopher Reeve's Superman. That's supposed to be a sequel to the original one. And I didn't even know that.
Yeah, look how that turned out.
Yeah, and that it's such a shame in hindsight, because I thought Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor was a perfect casting choice, but
and now he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it looked like it. Like, this looks like it was ripped straight from the Superman animated series, and Rachel Brosnahan and what's the David Cornsweet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look so good together as Superman and Lois, and Clark is and Lois. Like the authentic pose with them, like flying in the air together, kissing. It looks like something from the comic book.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm glad that Marvel and DC is doing right now with these remakes of these superheroes movies is not doing origin stories. They did it good with Spider-Man. They have done it good with Batman, Superman, and even the Fantastic Four. I'm actually glad that they're going to just jump straight into what they need to with these movies. Like you said, we got the original with Christopher Reeves, but that's the original Superman. So you kind of need an origin story there. Then of course you got Cavill's Superman, which is just like a rehashing of a darker tale of that. But this one, I'm kind of liking that we're just getting dropped straight into like this. Like Lex and like Superman already don't like each other. I don't know about like each other. I know Lex really don't like Superman in this. They have said. So I'm kind of glad we got that.
And something else that's kind of what Brandon was talking about with someone saying to him that Superman was boring.
Yeah,
those comments, as someone that reads the comics, and those like people that say that, they don't read the comics at all. They only watch the movies, and the movies are the worst depictions of Superman because they don't get anything right about him. The last Superman movie that we got was just depressing and dark. I mean, Zack Snyder kept trying to make him into Jesus. Like, Superman isn't Jesus. He's just a regular farm boy from Kansas that was raised by two loving parents that likes helping people because he has a kind heart, and people look up to him as a symbol of hope. And Superman is the guy that helps old ladies across the street, rescues cats, shakes everyone's hand when he walks into a room and introduces himself. Not someone who levels half a city and makes it look like it got hit by a nuke and snaps the villain's neck in half.
Yeah, that's you guys know the Escape Pod, right? The Escape Pod podcast. Because we have one of those guys, Hat Guy is what people call him. He says Man of Steel is the worst movie of all time, and he goes on rants for those reasons specifically, and it's really funny to listen to.
Yeah, I saw those, and I agree with him.
He really hates that movie.
He does. He says it's the worst movie ever made. So,
Snyder fans, Henry Cavill fans, get over it. Pick up a comic book.
I do like Henry Cavill though. So
I like Snyder outside of it. No, I like Snyder outside of his comic book stuff.
I don't like him at all. I saw Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon is so bad.
Oh, okay. Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon is a piece of shit. I can guarantee you that.
Army of the Dead.
Didn't see it.
I didn't see Army of the Dead.
I'm excited to see his Dawn of the Dead though.
I've heard that's good.
But Brandon, what is your number one?
My number one. I wasn't exactly sure what to put at number one, but I think this is only right. For number one, I saved it for last, and that's Wicked for Good, or Wicked Part 2, because that wasn't my favorite movie of 2024, but it was in my top 10 because I am a big fan of the musical. I've seen the musical 3 times, and I will be seeing it a 4th time in a few months. If you guys haven't seen Wicked like live, go see it. Believe me, it's phenomenal. It is one of like the best shows you will ever see. But I am really excited for this because as a person who is really familiar with the source material, like truly, I don't think you guys are ready for some of the stuff that's revealed in the second half of the play that you'll see in this movie. And since it is a movie, I'm curious to see how they'll do it on screen because on stage it's different. That's all I can really say without giving too much away. But I think that it's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll probably make more than the first movie did. So I'm really excited for it.
I'm mad about, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm mad though because when that movie came out, someone explained the home timeline, and they didn't even give a spoiler warning. So they just put out the ending of part 2. So I just got revealed about everything. But I kind of when I was watching part 1. I kind of thought that there was one of the things that gets brought up in part 2 that I picked out straight when the movie first started.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I'm like, I knew that. And once they revealed it, I'm like, in the spoiler part for the whole play, I'm like, okay, I can get it now.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be really good because part 1 was excellent, so I cannot wait to see what they do with this one.
Well, what is your number one?
My number one is the movie that we get 2 Mighty Jordans and 1 Haley Steinfeld. Sinners. I'm really excited to see what Ryan Coogler does in the horror route of things, especially with vampires. Hell, it's something different for Michael Jordan because we haven't seen him in a horror movie. Same with Haley Steinfeld. The cinematography and the sound design based around on the trailer is excellent. So I'm really hyped to see what happens in Sinners.
Okay, my number one. It's number one that you would not expect, and it's not the one I told you yesterday, Ball. That one's off the list now.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
So okay. So I was going to tell you guys my number one before. I'm really excited for it, but then I thought down and I actually looked at all the movies released. My number one before I changed my whole entire list was supposed to be the Michael Jackson biopic. I'm really looking forward to that one, but there's so many other movies now I'm looking forward to. My number one now is Final Destination Bloodlines. I just like this Final Destination franchise. I've only seen parts of 5 though, but the concept of this that someone has a premonition about everyone dying and death just coming after them. It's just a unique way to do a horror film. And this one where it's like, so I think the concept of this one is like someone's grandma escaped death, and now it's just taking out all the family members, like from her all the way down. So it's a new interesting concept that they're doing with this film. And it's the first one to ever be in IMAX. So I'm excited to see what they could do with like these creative kills and stuff. And of course, it's going to be brutal. And to see that in IMAX.
Definitely.
I haven't seen. I think I've only seen one Final Destination.
Watch all the way through them. I already knew the concept of like them all, but 5. Once you get to the ending of 5, I was so shocked by that ending. Which, Bilal, you haven't seen. When we go through when we go through those movies for the review episodes, I think you will like the ending of 5 a lot and will surprise you of what that one is. But with Sammy's number one, it's already one that we mentioned. It's going to be Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho's new movie starring Robert Pattinson. But with our main topic out of the way, let's for our last thing, I'm just asking everybody this, especially our guests and stuff, and where it's a new part of the year. I know right now we're in a difficult place if we don't know TikTok's getting banned or not, especially after the hearing today. But what are your guys' 2025 content creation goals? So, Craig, I'm gonna let you go first. Not only for you, but like for your and Sandra's podcast. Like, where do you guys want to take that in 2025?
Well, I hope to expand the podcast with her and potentially get into more maybe get into like some film festivals. I think that'd be really cool. And I would also like to at least get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
What about for you, Brandon?
Yeah, I've got a lot of goals this year because I want to be more multifaceted for sure. That's why, like you said, Dakota, the hearings in the Supreme Court regarding the TikTok ban were today. And personally, I listened to that whole hearing, and I felt really encouraged. But that's just me. I don't know anything. No one knows anything, so don't listen to anything anyone says. But if TikTok does stick around, then I will be probably more motivated than ever, because what I plan to do is make an Instagram account, but I would do written reviews on there because I want to be multifaceted. So I would do videos on TikTok, I'd do written reviews on Instagram, and if I have more thoughts, then I would make a full YouTube video. And I would like to make more podcast appearances. because we know a lot of people from TikTok that have their own podcast that I've never been invited to, but I would like to be. But film festivals for sure too, if possible, because I'm going back to the Phoenix Film Festival in a few months, and I'm looking forward to doing that again. So that'll be fun. But that's basically what I have planned.
What about for you, Bilal?
Dive into more international movies as a big goal. Spread that into the mainstream media much as I can. Like Greg, get 1K on YouTube because I really want to run on YouTube like crazy this year. Got a lot of ideas for YouTube. Gonna apply, adapt that. And keep collaborating with other content creators. And yeah, I think those are the main ones. I'm sure something bigger is going to come down the line. I just think it's small right now and just, to motivate myself to get, what I want later on.
So for me,
1 million subscribers.
You guys in the 1 million subscribers. For me, if TikTok does stick around, I kind of want to get to 10K because I'm like 3,000 away from that.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, I think I'm 7,000 away from 10K, so I really want to push that goal for the end of the year. But for like podcast wise, I want us to at least get 1K on here on the YouTube, and TikTok. If TikTok does stick around, and like Instagram, of course, probably 1K for Instagram, 10K for TikTok. I kind of want to get, but the biggest goal is I've been talking to Sammy and Bilal about this one. Is film festivals. I'm want to go Fantastic Fest, like me by myself, but I really want to try get those two in there because I think we could not only create good content like as like a trio together in person, but like Branden, like you saw films like beforehand, like even before they're released, and like Fantastic Fest is like one of the top 5 biggest film festivals in the United States. And they show some really good movies. So I really want to get into that. And it's easy to get in that for in person. So I'm going to try to see if I can get Bilal in there, Sammy in there, me in there, so we can go to see that one. Let's just expand, be more consistent posting, especially like episodes each week to get out. Because, of course, you guys know we were in like a 3 to 4 month hiatus without episodes. So I want to try to get like a weekly episode out each year because I got the stats back from the podcast in the Wrapped of Spotify Wrapped, and for 4 people we were their number one podcast for 4 people on Spotify, and for us I think we were just posting it. We're thinking, oh, okay, people are listening to it. We're just doing this because we love to talk movies and stuff. But after seeing that 4 people, we are 4 people's number one show out of their top 5, it's motivational because people are actually taking time out of their day to hit the play button, to listen to us, to rate, to follow, to subscribe, and everything. Like, it's by chance. Like, there's like several podcasts, especially movie podcasts, like Craig and Sandra have one, me and Bilal have one, and so many other people. And it's just an honor, I think, for us to not only like talk about movies, but for people to have the chance to like hear our opinions and like unknown movies like Bilal. Bilal has been, I think, given so many recommendations that we didn't know of and people didn't know of, and like you two on here, like there were some movies I didn't even know about before bringing you on, and I actually know them now. And I think that's the biggest thing about doing a podcast, not only for our listeners to get new movie recommendations, but from you guys also. But that's where I just want to go for 2025. And hopefully we can, not only as a podcast, but all of us in the movie talking, like horror talk and stuff, can have really good years and a really good year 2025. Because I think a lot of people go to like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, but I think we're the new movie critics that people go to. I think a lot of our reviews have fluctuated, like people going to see movies or not.
Yeah.
I've been told that for sure.
But I think that is the end of the episode, guys. So thank you, Brandon and Craig, for joining the episode as guests. So, guys, I will put Craig and Brandon's social medias down below, and I will put your and Sandra's podcast also down below, Craig, so people can go listen to it. But for our future episodes, I think next week we're gonna finally do the episode below for the Cinematic Boys reviews. We're gonna finally be talking about I Saw the Devil after so long. And next week podcast episode, I don't know if we're gonna do Den of Thieves 2 because where the snowstorm happened, I couldn't see it today or yesterday now. So I don't know if it's gonna be that or the Wolfman. So I will let you guys
or the new Jamie Foxx movie.
No, we are not going to do that movie. Anything on Netflix, no. Throw it out the window.
But it's Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz.
It's Netflix, though.
I forgot about that. Cameron Diaz hasn't been in a movie in so long.
This is her first movie since retirement. She just came out of retirement for this. Oh, and Shrek 5 getting delayed, like, broke my heart.
They should have stopped after the second one.
For Shrek?
Shrek 2 is the best one.
Oh, yeah, Shrek 2 is the best Shrek. At least we can all agree on that. But I think, guys, I think that's about it. But, guys, with that being said, thank you two again for joining the podcast for guests. But, guys, with that being said, when you hear me and Bilal next time, hopefully it's with Sammy for the episode, Cinematic Boys Reviews episode of I Saw the Devil. And, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Bilal.
Oh, right. MBKL. Yeah. Peace. Yeah.